Senators Jeff Flake and Bob Corker announcing their plans to not seek re-election. So how will these exits affect the balance of power in Congress during the midterm elections? Who better to ask than the man who has the breakdown, editor-at-large for Ballotpedia and senior fellow at the King's College, Scott Rasmussen. Good to see you.
Great to be with you, Ed.
Let's start with the balance of power, just so we get people an idea right now. You get 50 Republican seats in the Senate, 45 Democrats, 5 toss-ups, including the Corker and Flake seats.
That's right. Look, we're looking at a situation very fluid. The election's more than a year away, so we got some room to move. But right now there are 3, the states in yellow are the toss-ups, 3 across the top that are Democratic-held seats. They're toss-ups because these are states Donald Trump won very big in. He won by 40 points in West Virginia, 20-plus in Indiana, Montana. You get down to the southeast, heavy Latino population. Jeff Flake here. This is a seat that early in the year we would have said leans Republican because you had an incumbent senator. He got in so much trouble a few weeks ago, we would have said this is leaning to the Democrats because he was likely to lose the primary. Kelly Ward was not seen as winning.
That's the Steve Bannon-backed candidate.
That's right. And there may be more surprises like this as we go. Arizona.
So now that he's out, you're saying since he was struggling, it's actually a toss-up, which is good news for Republicans because it was leaning down.
That's right. And by the way, when you look at Tennessee, Tennessee is going to very likely have a Republican senator. So Corker's exit may not affect the pure balance of power, but it will change the Republican caucus.
Because you now have Tennessee back strong red again.
That's right.
So let's walk through a couple scenarios. So if the Democrats have a big night in the midterms, what does the map look like?
All of a sudden, 5 toss-up states go to the Democrats. It means they picked up those 2 Republican seats. This is the best scenario right now today for the Democrats. They still only get to a 50-50 tie. Mike Pence can break that tie, so the Republicans would retain control even on a strong Democratic night.
But less running room for the president. Here's the other scenario, which is Republicans have a big night. Some of these toss-ups go his way. What does that mean?
All of a sudden now you have 55 votes for the Republicans. Think about the implications on repealing Obamacare. Think about the implications, whatever happens with this tax reform debate, for the next phase.
You still don't have 60 to break a filibuster, but you're a much longer way than now the stalemate you see now.
Look, because we've seen several key votes where you just need 51. And again, if the Republicans have this good a night, the balance of power will be closer to the Republican base than it is to Mitch McConnell in the Senate.
So if we look at the last slide, it basically gives us an idea. Walk us through quickly. You got 30 seconds. Strong Dem, mid-range, and strong GOP. What's your sense of the map?
The first sense is we don't know what the turnout's going to be like. We have no idea what the political environment or the economy will be in November of 2018. If it's good for the Democrats right now, 50-50 Senate would be a good night for them. Mid-range, both parties hold their seats. We end up right where we are today, and we have 2 more years of the same struggle. Good night for the Republicans. If the Democrats keep pursuing identity politics and the things they've been doing, well, the Republicans could end up with 55 seats, and that would change the legislative
That's why the
dynamics.
stakes are so big. All of a sudden, the president's agenda, much better shape. The possibility of more Supreme Court nominees, he'd have more votes for that.
That's absolutely right. These are big stakes. Again, these numbers are fluid. I can tell you 100 reasons why the range might expand in either direction, but we'll watch it closely over this year.
It's going to change 100 times or more between now and then, but you're updating it at scottrasmussen.com?
All the time, and we'll also be updating House races and governor's races.
Scott, great to see you. We're also updating, of course, at foxnews.com. Check out our politics page there.